Good morning. It is Saturday. I did not vlog anything this week at all, and that's okay. Otherwise, I think it would be boring. Well, this might be boring too. We'll see. Today, we're actually having company for the first time since my surgery. I'm a little nervous only because it's a game playing couple that we play games with, and I'm a little nervous about sitting for so long, so I'm gonna have to make sure I get myself up and walk around here and there because I don't want my leg getting any worse than it is. So here's some couple of statuses, and then I thought I would just kind of go through things I'm still using. If you've been with me since the beginning of this mess, I think the first or second video I made was a tour of all the stuff I bought for my surgery and for after surgery. And I'm just gonna kind of do a quick tour about what I'm still using and what I'm not using and what worked for me and what didn't work for me. I thought that might be a good thing to post at this point. Okay, so right now, this week I went to Athletico 3 times. So that was, my normal 3 times a week. Normal routine, nothing new really. They're still using that suction cup on me a little bit for the scar tissue. I did a little more, so we're doing like staircase work now, which is kind of nice. And I'm starting to learn how to go down the steps. I shouldn't say learn, I know how to go down the steps, but it is a little more difficult. So for real, going up the steps foot over foot, I can do from holding onto the rail. It does hurt a little bit, but going down, putting your the good foot down first is really difficult, right? So they always teach you when you first have the surgery, your surgery foot should go down first, and then down, and then one at a time. But with getting better, you're supposed to start trying to use your left foot first or your good foot first. And that puts a little bit of a strain on the right knee area as well as thigh area. So it doesn't hurt, it just feels really wicked. So I've been trying to do 2 or 3 steps when I get down to those last 3 steps on my staircase to get down, but we've been also doing that in therapy. So my therapy ends around November, so I'll still be going there until November and pray that I won't need to go after that and I can just do stuff at home. Although I love them, Athletico has been great, no doubt. I definitely recommend, well, at least my Athletico has been great. I don't know if they're all great, but mine is. So hopefully, love to hang out with them for Christmas, but hopefully not. Right. All right, so here first is a picture of my scar currently, in case you were curious how my scar is doing. I've been using Mederma on it more versus the scar tape I originally bought. And the reason why is the scar tape, I don't know why, it could just be me, maybe it's just mental, I don't know. When I used the scar tape, when I got to the 12-hour point of wearing it for 12 hours or 14 hours, my leg felt even stiffer. And I don't know if that was just in my mind or whatever, or maybe it was just my knee being normally stiff like it normally is, but I just thought I want to stop using the tape, and I started using the Mederma instead. I don't know if that's good or bad. But anyway, so here's a picture of my current scar. So let's talk about what I'm still using, what's working, what didn't work, etc. As a matter of fact, I still have the scar tape in my drawer. This is what I was using, the scar sheets. They were working. I think it was helping the scar. I may actually start using this again once I feel like my knee's not as stiff, because right now it is still stiff. I still feel like I'm walking around with a brace inside my leg. It is a really, really weirdest feeling. But I keep telling everybody, and everybody keeps telling me it's normal, so hopefully it is. So I stopped using these. I started using Mederma, and I also bought the Mederma PM to wear when I sleep. I don't know if it's any better or not, but who knows? It's intensive, according to this, intensive overnight scar pain. So I've been using that. I've also been using vitamin E oil. I don't know why, but I was told it's good for the skin, and obviously vitamin E is good for healing, so I've been using that. Not whether or not it's working, I don't know. I don't feel any different. Occasionally, if I have super bad pain, which I don't really that much, I use the CBD Freeze roll-on, which this actually helps a ton for something else I have going on. In case you care, if you ever have Charlie horses in your leg that hurt like hell, I get those once in a while on my left leg and some very rarely now on the right, but this stuff works amazing in my personal opinion. It's just I roll it on and within 5 minutes my Charlie horse is gone, and I love this stuff. But anyway, I have that still. And then I bought, this actually came in one of my advent calendars last year. It's called Petite Remedy by L'Occitane, and I used this on my hands when I was using the walker. The walker absolutely causes calluses, to form, and I hated those calluses. This really helped get rid of them. So this is pretty expensive stuff. I think this came in, like I said, the advent calendar. So I'm not sure if anybody want to buy this, but this is just to let you know this did help my calluses. They're gone, and I really like this. So that's a little bit on my end table. Then over here on my little, this was my desk when I worked in my other company, but this is this was actually prescribed to me before my surgery, called Pensade. It's good for arthritis, and they told me to start using it on my bursitis. So I've been using it when my bursitis is really, really bad, but it doesn't really do anything. Being honest, I don't feel like it does anything. I don't know why, and it's a prescription, so I don't know why. They say to use gloves to put this type of stuff on, so it doesn't get in your, I don't know, your mouth or whatever. So I just use one glove. I put it on when I feel like I need it, but it really doesn't seem to be helping. I don't know. Who knows? Then I have my walker, which I haven't touched in weeks. So it's just sitting here because when I first wake up in the morning, if I'm really not steady, I might grab it just to steady myself. But otherwise my cane does a very good job of that. I'm trying not to even use the cane when I'm inside, although sometimes I absolutely need it, folks. I absolutely need it because sometimes my leg just doesn't want to go. So I still have my cane. And then I bought this fan on Amazon a while ago. It's very dusty. Sorry about the dust. Oof, my maid hasn't come this week. But I should probably dust it myself, right? But anyway, I bought this because I had a regular circular fan here when it was very hot, obviously. And then every time when I first had the surgery, I had to tell Phil, can you turn the fan on for me? Can you turn it off for me? Because it's very hard for me to get in and out of the bed. So I bought this because it actually has a remote. So I felt bad telling Phil to have to keep turning the fan on and off. And it actually works really well, and it has a little rotation, and it's pretty cool. I still use this every day when I do my PT at home. This is for my slow I forget what they call, low arcs or whatever the heck they're called. It goes under my knee, and I also use it when I'm doing an extension with my knee. I still use that. I still use, obviously, my stretching band. I still use my weight when I'm dangling, and now when I do straight leg lifts, as well as the regular quad sets, I use it. So the weight's very good, 3 pounds, and I actually have 2 of them, but I only use one on my right knee, right leg. I have this Carnival pillow from when we went on a cruise. It works really well instead of a towel to put under my ankle when I'm doing my quad sets. It keeps my leg a little higher, which is pretty cool. And then of course, I can't recommend enough, my good old heel slider. And I use this every time I do PT at home to do my heel slides. It really helps to get that bend a lot better, and I've been still using that. So all these things are being used still when I'm not going to regular PT at Athletico. And then I bought myself a roller to roll my thigh, because the scar tissue, right? And they actually use something similar to this at Athletico, and so I bought myself one. I don't really use my big one here. This one, I bought this originally, but it's too big, so I just use that little baby foam roller. And honestly, I think I've used that twice. That's the wedge that goes under your knee or your leg, especially in the beginning of surgery when you have to have your leg up high to keep the swelling down and blood clots down and things like that. I actually have a Craftmatic bed, so I just lifted my legs up with a Craftmatic bed and a pillow, and it went fine. So I still have it. If I need it, it's there, but I really, honestly, I did not use that much. Now this is just a pair of shorts, but I bought a whole bunch of these shorts on Amazon. They're just like little, comfy sweat shorts. I have like, I don't know, 6 pairs of these now from Amazon or something, and I've been wearing those to therapy every day. And what's nice is they're shorts, so when they want to work on my knee, I don't have to worry about pulling out my pant leg. I highly recommend shorts. That's a really good idea when you're going to physical therapy, off-site, obviously. I still use my little pedal bike, although I'm planning on using my recumbent bike, which is in my basement. I just haven't gotten down there yet. So right now I'm sticking to the pedal bike when I'm home. Otherwise, I use the regular bike now at Athletico to about 10 minutes or so. I'm reading a current book here. Yay! I've been reading so much more, especially when I quit my job. I get to read more, which I love. I still use my step to do stretches, and things like that. So all these things are still being used. They're still in my bedroom. I use them every time I'm out at Athletico. And of course, God bless the ice machine, very much used. Very much used every time I work out, every time my leg swells up, and yes, it still swells. So the ice machine has been a blessing for sure. And then I actually have a compression sock here to show you. This is a compression sock. The reason I have a compression sock, I don't wear it often, but the last couple of times I did my workout, my ankles swelled up a little bit. So they recommend compression socks when you have swelling, and it does seem to help, but it's hot. It's a warm sock to wear, so I don't recommend using them unless you really have to use them. But so that's a little bit about the bedroom tour. Oh yeah, and then we also still have this, and I know people are gonna laugh, but I still use the shower seat. I still use the shower seat because I don't feel steady to stand in the shower. I just don't. I mean, I can probably do it. I put a goal for my 4-month mark to get in the shower without the seat, but have Phil like sitting in the bedroom just in case. Just because if I turn funny, I still don't have. I'm stable. But here's the thing. I told my therapist the other day, my physical therapist. I told her that I don't feel reactionary. Like if something happens, can I act fast? And I don't have that right yet. I feel like my leg gets stuck. So if I'm in the shower and I gotta, turn or something, and I have a slip or something, I can't react fast enough. I'm a little scared of that still. This has been probably the best investment I made for my whole, even before the surgery when my leg was just hurting. Highly recommend getting a shower seat for your shower. Oh, and I forgot to mention the Bosu. I still have that to practice pushing pedals. Although I am able to drive now, I can definitely drive to therapy if I wanted to, for sure. But Phil still comes with me because I can't really feel like, I don't feel right driving home. So when I'm in therapy, after I'm all done and they've iced my leg and it's bright red and stiff and everything else, I just don't feel comfortable driving yet. I don't have enough movement. Like my knee moves. Sorry. I've got good bend. You can't really see. I've got good bend. I got pretty good stretch here, straight leg. I'm pretty good there. But every time I do that, it feels like there is a brace inside of my leg. So it moves, but it's tight. It's extremely tight in my slippers. But so that's why I don't like the idea of driving home when it's really tight like that. I'm just not comfortable. So I'm just not comfortable yet driving home. But the thing is, I can drive if there's an emergency, and I can drive, right? So I'm just trying to be cautious there. So guys, that is the update for this week. Sorry it wasn't more exciting, but I thought I'd go around and show you. I'm still using a lot of the tools I bought. Some I'm not. Just it was something I had to test out in some cases, like the scar tape and whatever. So that's it for now. Next week I have 3 weeks. Actually, not 3 weeks. I have 2 days at Athletico next week because Phil and I, we're taking vacation time. We'll see how that goes. We're taking Thursday and Friday off. Well, he's taking Thursday and Friday off. I'm off because I have my own business now, so I don't have to worry about telling somebody. I love that, by the way. I don't have to tell anybody I'm taking off. He's like, I'm taking off. But anyway, we're going to try to do some fun stuff. I don't want to say what we're doing yet in case we don't do it, but if we do it, I'll go ahead and I'll record some stuff in case you care to see what we're doing. I'm a little nervous because, again, I just get worried about my knee swelling up and whatever, but we're going to give things a try. All right, guys, have a good rest of your weekend. I'm going to try to do the same, and we will talk to you next week.